help me get the look. I invite you to do the same. I'm glad that you're here. I'm Tamara Hooks, I'm your host, and we ran into the next studio because we wanted to give you a full presentation of the item that we kind of teased you at the beginning of the show, and it's this dehumidifier. Now, I will say, dehumidifiers are important for a variety of reasons. They take that dampness out of the air. They help the environment in your spaces feel a lot more comfortable. What you're looking at right here is the Pure Enrichment PureDry mini dehumidifier. So this is not the one that's designed to dehumidify the entire house. This is for those closets, those bathrooms, those campers, those areas that are small, but they just always feel wet and damp, and you've got to get that humidity out of the air, and that's where we come here. We're going to give you a full presentation, but just know that this is a weekly deal drop. And what that means is on Mondays, and today is Monday, we drop new deals, but the prices are only good until Sunday night at midnight. But you are going to be some of the first to be able to get this one at $23 off. Megan Clementi is joining us. She always helps us out with house and home and making things more comfortable.
Hi, how are you? I'm so good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. This is our launch.
Yes, I know.
This is our total launch. So this is the first time we've brought our dehumidifier to you before. We brought you humidifiers, but this is the first time we're taking the moisture out of the air, and this is a really big deal, especially when it comes to our small spaces. I want you to think about your bathroom. What happens when you turn on the shower, when you turn on the bath? Hot water, you start seeing all the condensation, all the steam that's rising up. My question is, where is it going? If you have a bathroom like mine, it's connected to your closet, well, that moisture is going into your closet. Yep. What is removing the moisture out of your closet? Because if you're not, that is a big problem, because we're talking about damaging your items. The dehumidifier, what you're seeing right now, is a time-lapse video. We went ahead and we made it 90% humidity inside of that box. Wow. And we turned on the PureDry dehumidifier, and we wanted to see what would happen. After just 10 minutes, we went from 90% humidity all the way down to, I believe, 56% humidity. Wow. So when you think about your home and all this moisture is in it, if you want to be able to get rid of that moisture, you have to have a dehumidifier.
And this is the way that you do it. What I like about this is that it's not big and bulky. Most dehumidifiers are very large. And they're kind of, well, I'll say for me, they're a little bit intimidating. I've seen so many different kinds, and I'm thinking, how do I work this? What do I do first? This is one button operation. So if you can click on, you can use your dehumidifier. It's so easy.
Yes. Okay, so if we walk through the unit, I love the fact from the top to bottom, obviously you're seeing that from the top is where the air is coming out. It's taking the air in from the back, so it's all coming in. The water is being extracted. We're extracting the moisture out of the air. The water is gonna go down, but the air is gonna go up. You can see that it's just simply one touch, I turn it off, one touch, I turn it on. The water tank is right back here. Notice right when I took it off, everything turned off. That's that auto shut off feature. When it comes to the actual tank, it has a little floater. This guy, you hear that sound?
Yes.
So as the water goes up, the sensor goes up. When it hits the top, it says, hey, 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 there's too much water in here. Let's stop extracting the water because we don't have any more room. From the front, you can also see through this transparent window how much water is in there, because when it starts getting up, you're going to want to go ahead and dump it out. But I know you're going to want to see in action. So what we've done over here, just like with our air purifiers, we've come up with our own smoke box, except this is going to be our steam box. So what you have outside is about 50% humidity. Inside the box is actually less. We're at 53% humidity because the dehumidifier has been on for the last 10 minutes and it's sucking the moisture out of the hair. I want you to see that I have a steamer, and I'm gonna go ahead and just give it 1, 2, 3 puffs. Okay. And I'm gonna turn this off. And after about 30 seconds to a minute, we're gonna start, oh, it's already climbing. It's at 57%. It was at 53.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of moisture. That was 2 seconds.
Right.
Imagine what happens in your bathroom.
That's right.
Imagine what happens if you're going out of town for the weekend and then you just have poor ventilation. What's happening in your room? That's gonna keep climbing, and then all of a sudden it's gonna really kick in. And that's when I want you to watch that time release video again, because after about 10 minutes, you're seeing it's really high up at 90%. Give your PureDry Mini a chance. After just 10 minutes, we're dropping the percentage point. And if we talk about percentage, I'm not talking about how much water is in the air. Right. It's that ratio.
Okay.
There's that 90% humidity out of, if there was 100% humidity, it was all water, right. 90%. So we're dropping down that percentage point, and it makes such a big difference. Over by you, I have some of the things that you really want to watch out for, things that could really be damaged. Any of your jewelry, if you're noticing that it's getting tarnished, that is moisture damage happening to your jewelry.
Oh, wow.
If you have leather or pleather, you'll see like it starts kind of ripping away and cracking. Moisture. When I moved, I can't even tell you, and we had an air conditioning storage unit, how many of my items were damaged. I got these at HSN. I love these lucky boots. All of this part back here totally came off. These were the cutest boots ever.
Oh my gosh.
And all of this ripped off because of moisture. Important documents. Your taxes, maybe birth certificates. When it gets all wavy like this, that's not normal. That's because there's too much moisture in the air. Even with your artwork, mildew, mold. I have my son's announcement right here, and if you look at the bottom where it says Orlando, this picture was by our bathroom. And somehow moisture was able to get in through the frame and damage the picture, which I can't even take out anymore because it's stuck to the glass.
Right.
So when you're thinking about, well, how can water possibly damage my home? Artwork, furniture, your jewelry, your clothes, all these things cannot handle a lot of moisture. And the EPA says that there shouldn't be more than 50% humidity. Others will tell you not more than 60%. So you really want to make sure you're keeping it in balance with the rest of your home.
The thing is, if you can feel the humidity, so can everything in the environment. It can all feel the humidity. And while we can get up and walk away to a different room, your clothes can't, your documents can't, those special things that you don't, the things that you don't look at for a long time, and then you go back and you say, what happened here? Pictures and
scrapbooks.
The things, the kind of things where you're saying, if I had known, if I had had a way to keep the humidity away, I would have, because we all have, and I've heard, many of my friends, especially in the Northeast and the Midwest, they have basements. And the basements are very humid and dank and that kind of thing. Even if it's just a small room, it is so worth it to be able to help to reduce the humidity in that area, and that's what a dehumidifier can do. I love that it's a great size. I love that it's simple.
Small. It's only 9.5 inches tall, so we're talking about really small. Even the dehumidifiers from 2-3 years ago, they were much, much larger for small spaces. For 110 square feet, which is like a small bedroom, bathroom, in your kitchen, this is gonna do the work. Right now, I want you to see the auto shut-off function. You see how it's red right there? That's because it's already full. So what I'm gonna do is I want you to see just how full it is.
Oh my.
I'm gonna pull this out.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I mean, this is what it does. It can hold 27 ounces of water. Now, if you saw 27 ounces of water on your floor, would you leave the puddle there or would you clean it up?
No, you'd panic.
You would totally panic. You would totally panic and you clean it up. This is what we're trying to avoid. And now notice, as soon as I put it back in, it kicked right on. You see the green button. There was nothing extra that I needed to do. The reason why it was red and off was that auto shut off function. So if you're leaving this on when you're out of town for the weekend, you don't have to worry about it overflowing with water or it overheating, because we have that built in to work with your schedule so that when you do get back, you can dump the water. Even if it's all of this water, I mean, this is what, 3.5 cups of water? Dump it out and you keep on going.
This is the funny thing is, when you see how much water, when you see your container full for the first time, you're gonna be shocked that that was how much moisture was in the air. You might say, oh, it's really humid in here, but what does that really mean? When you actually see it, you're gonna say, why didn't I have this sooner? Why did it take me so long to find something like this? We've got it for you now. It's a weekly deal drop. You're the first to see it. We took $23 off of our regular HSN price. This will go back up to our regular HSN price once our weekly deal drop pricing is over. So while we've got it, go ahead and pick it up. And this is the thing, Megan. A lot of us know we need it, and we've been needing it.
Okay, so who needs it? Poor ventilation.
Yes.
If you like to take hot baths.
Yes.
If you have bugs Cockroaches, dust mites, silverfish love moisture. They love moisture.
I didn't think about
I
that.
found out recently that cockroach lay their eggs in moisture. So gross. So if you have all these little problems, this is time to get it in. And I know we're shutting off, so I just want to highlight this really quick. We got this all the way up to about 70%. And just in the last 5 minutes, it's now down to 60% because of our PureDry.
It's 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You can
5
totally
minutes.
do this. Totally go ahead and pick it up. It's 864-267. Megan, thank you so much for this.
Oh, my pleasure.
I can't wait to see what else you bring to us.
I know. Pure Enrichment has got the best stuff.
I know. So you can keep shopping. You can shop on hsn.com as well. You can use the app. I'm right here on our